2 million for speeding. Government efunvubire ati abavuga endimba buti bada tulanga obukaire bubiri baba bakugemye. Kyokka waliwo abavuga endimba ng'emmotoka bali kuvuga digula obukaire nga busatu. Kale bwatulako obukaire bubiri obw'okuvuga speed abasigayiza akakaire kalala kumpi n'emmotoka yenna abeerina okutundibwa asasula omusango asigazeeko akakaire ak'okulya. That's government of the Republic of Uganda. Kale, Museveni, 5 African leaders to meet Putin and Zelensky, a privilege that occurs rarely. That President Museveni and 5 African leaders will lead the peace talks between Russian President Vladimir Putin and his Ukrainian counterpart, Mr. Zelensky. Kali, you'll get that here. The campaign on plastics, Uganda's plastic strategy deficient, according to experts. And they're showing you how dangerous the plastics are. The most interesting is that only 40% of our plastics are collected for recycling, and the rest become waste in our environment, especially affecting the drainage system and our water bodies. Kali, Museveni assures Acholi on ending cattle raids. Don't worry, you'll see. There's a very interesting personality I want to host now. One of these days, I think Adam should help me to secure this personality. The person of Saro Pendi. Saro Pendi, I think, is now the leading woman rights activist in our country, trying to undo everything that affects women's rights. Now, Opendi says, if you cohabit for 6 months, let the cohabitation be translated into an official marriage. Whether you go to the parents of your bride, whether you go to court or not, but for as long as the cohabitation has lasted for 6 months, it should be endorsed as an official marriage. Kali, MPs want automatic marriage for cohabiting couples. The New Vision is page 4. To cohabit is to stay with Mam Rahuma for several years, produce up to 2 to 3 children without visiting their parents and without making any public declaration that she's your wife. So
she wants that to translate into marriage?
She wants to say,
automatic translation into marriage?
If you stay with this woman for 6 months, it's enough probation. It automatically becomes.
So what does that mean?
That if that all the privileges that a woman enjoys in a marriage will be enjoyed by Imam Rahuma under those circumstances.
I thought during the time of cohabiting, those privileges were being enjoyed. Could there be some other privileges?
If you die within the period of cohabiting or shortly thereafter, this person is looked at as a stranger.
Is that the most disturbing problem in this country?
Adam, you again asking the most disturbing problem in the country?
Yes, is it the most pressing issue in the country?
Do you remember where that question led us? That same question.
The other time,
that same question. Was that the most important national problem? Where did it land us? I don't want to answer.
So you don't want to answer that question.
But I really love Saro Pendi.
But I think she's being controversial.
She's a strong personality. No, she's controversial, right? But she's really contributing a lot to protecting the women and fighting for their rights. What I need to know is whether she's a happily married person.
She is, because to a certain person I will tell you in the break.
You must know, it must be in the history of her history.
But her husband
that somehow a man, or either her own husband, or the husbands of her sisters, or those in her village mistreat women. Because her concern, her zeal, her passion, it's too much push about it. But I want to host Sarah Opendi. One of these days, before I retire, I need to have
Before you retire from journalism?
Opendi, from
TV?
I intend to.
One of these days?
I want to have Sarah Opendi before. I think I can actually have Sarah Opendi and conclude this long held
So you
career.
can embark on some other things?
Whatever is contained in the package of some other things. Kale, New Vision speaks about motorists paying 2 million fine for speeding. Please be aware, they still debate on whether that is tenable, but Parliament can pass that. 2 million fine for overspeeding. Kale, Parliament to retable anti-narcotics bill. The Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honourable Anita Annette Magogo Among, has ordered that the bill be brought to Parliament quickly for reconsideration. Cancer Institute acquires equipment worth 53 billion. I remember in March, Adam Kungu reading here that many of the equipment you see in Mulago Hospital is non-functional. If you maybe the Mulage, if you Jolaga, take note as you go to Mulago that there is a report unearthed by Parliament to the effect that all the medical equipment they have, those machines they use in medical examinations and the related business, are not only obsolete and old, but non-functional. So bakebeze sabyuma before the state of affairs at Mulago Hospital. Be aware when you go there, that's what you'll find here. Kale, Nagirinyamada suspect accuses police officers of stealing his money. Police officers of stealing Kasolo's money. Kasolo is the prime suspect in the murder of former social worker one Nigerian. Mother, children. King Rukidi's gift to church goes silent. Our friends coming from Munyoro, Debanyoro. Where does Balaam come from? Bunyoro. Kale wekitiibwa Balaam Barugahara. It is a shame here that in Bunyoro there is a gift by King Rukidi to the church, a very good pipe organ at one church in Bunyoro that requires only 70 million shillings to be preserved as a historical monument. One of those things you need to preserve has gone to waste. It has cobwebs and dust. That organ is at a church called St. John's Cathedral in Fort Potro. But they said, Bunyoro. This is Toro. This is Toro. Sorry, Mr. Balaam Barugahara, this is Toro. I now appeal to Charles Mwangu here, to my friend Kamara, Andrew Mwenda. Which other Batoro do you remember?
Those are the most prominent. Oh, my sister, my friend. The sister to Andrew Mwenda.
Margaret Muhanga.
Muhanga.
So Margaret Muhanga, Andrew Mwenda, Kamara, Charles Mwangu Mpaji. Please run to St. John's Cathedral and see what's happening there. They need only 70 million shillings to preserve a very important artifact, a very important donation by King Rukidi, a gift he gave to that church. It is going to waste for only 70 million shillings. Hey, be proud of Toro.
Andrew Katsabe.
And Andrew Katsabe is also one of our...
Andrew Rumba.
Andrew Rumba.
Yes.
Andrew Rumba.
Yes.
The pap guy.
Yes.
He's also from Toro.
Yes.
Where an organ is rotting over 70 million. Andrew Rumba, shame upon you. Please go to St. John Church and help them preserve that only surviving donation to the church by King Rukidi, the very original Rukidi Mpuuga.
Kale, tugende mu Daily Monitor afulumye encha y'olunaku olwaleero bw'ati bwafaananye olupapula lw'Olungereza olw'obwannannyini olufuluma buli lunaku. Daily Monitor lugamba lutya ku mugguukiriro juniors launch pay war on supervisors nti bajunior abantu bali ku madaala aga wansi baguddewo olutalo, and I'm putting that in quotes, ku bakama baabwe ku by'emisaala nga mufuna nnyo, ffe tufuna busammambiro, mwe muyoola, lwaki muyoola, ffe ne tufuna busammambiro. Ojja bisanga mu lupapula luno olwa Daily Monitor. In fact, bagenda maaso wano ne bakulaga mu magye ki ekiriyo, the new UPDF salary structure eryetya generali afuna milioni 15, lieutenant general milioni 13, major general milioni 12, brigadier general milioni 10, colonel milioni 8, lieutenant colonel milioni 5, major milioni 2 n'ekitundu. Biri wano kati Daily Monitor n'abuuza ti bannaye, bwe nkwata emitwalo 2 egya Uganda nsobola kugula ki? N'atema nagati average Ugandan, on average buli munnayuganda afuna emitwalo 2 buli mwezi, naye 2 gikola ki? Nagati okay, osobola okugula ku sabbuuni, n'ogula ku kabuto, n'ogula omuceere, n'ogula enkota y'ettooke entonotono, n'ogula omunnyo, n'osasula ku yaka, n'ojja n'ogulayo wano ku mazzi ag'okukozesa emitwalo 2 ma neya ne mye obulamu. Biri wano bisange mu lupapula lwa Daily Monitor. Kuteyongereyo wano, private Sabiti's family stuck as Ame holds onto his body. Amagye omulambo oba omubiri gwa private Sabiti mukyagwagaza ki? Family ga bannaye tulinze tuziike, ekituufu Sabiti yakuba amasasi n'atta minisita, naye omulambo gwe mugutuwe tuguziike. Baani aboogera bino? Family ye. Biri mu lupapula lwa Daily Monitor. Afulumye olunaku olwaleero. Bongedde okuleetera ebya mukyala Sarah Opendi, member wa parliament, omukyala wa district y'e Tororo, anti bannange tobeera na mwana wa muntu emyaka 10 nga tomanyi waabwe, tomutwalanga wammwe. That is unfair. Tekisoboka. Maama we, taata we n'abaamukuza oba bayisizaamu agengege. Biri wano ojja okubeera ng'obisanga
ku bantu bano.
Oba okyetegereza?
Kuba kwetegereza. Omanyi
Isa Simon,
abakazi
mu myaka 10 oba ozadde abaana bameka? Omukyalo
abakazi no, abakazi balinga mwenge. Gwoma gwongedde okula. Okitegedde? So wine tastes sweeter the longer it stays. So are women. So mbanchi oba oli agenda okujja nga akasukaali akansanyusa okwewayo ngende bandabe tekanawera, so n'omulinda agira akulamu nga n'akasukaali bwekeyongera, agira akulamu nga n'akasukaali. So bw'atuuka ku ultimate buwoomi, nga tokyasobola kukyebeera n'oliko obifuula.
Nze ndowooza Sarah Opendi kyagezaako kukola kwe kutuwonya embeera gye tuze tulabako enfunda nnyingi, ti abasajja babadde n'abaana b'abandi, omwana omufunye muto, muwala muto, akyali mbooko, ebbeere likyali ttutu. Mwaka gumu omuzaalamu asooka, myaka 3 n'omuzaalamu owokubiri, myaka 4, myaka 5, agenda akula n'okukaddiwa. Tulabye abasajja obadde n'omwana w'abandi emyaka 8 omukaddiyiza n'omwefuulira.
Omwana w'abandi.
Listen, n'omwefuulira takyasobola kuddayo mu mbeera gye yalimu.
Lwaki takyasobola kuddayo? Kiki yajja nakyo kyemmugjeeko?
Omuzadde mu abaana bameka?
Ani atwala omukyalo ng'agenda kulya baana? Let's be honest. Otwala ogenda kulya baana?
No, value ebekendedde.
Etya, what has changed?
Sir Simon, omuntu agenda okutwala omuwala w'emyaka 18 oba 2 tasobola kwenkanankana n'oyo agenda okutwala w'emyaka 3.
How? What is the difference?
Omukaddiyiza.
Anti bwe mukaddiya ki ekikendeera? Does the organ shift? These arguments are lame. Mukaddiyiza ne mukuulamu ki? Okay, mukuddeko ebbeere ndigyeko. Has the organ shifted? That from the front where it was, you'll find it behind? This is the same person. Who is omwana w'abandi? You think he's a basikaddiye? nange ndi mwana w'abandi. By the way, I tell you, nze ndi mwana wa Namukwaya. Omulenzi wa Namukwaya.
But you know,
mutabani wange omulenzi. Nange oba onkaddiyiza golooza nze we wansanga 8 years ago embeera ndi. Golanga kati ntandise okulubuka nze nembu.
Do you find it fine okubeera n'omukyalo emyaka 5-6 nga kati genda nkukyaye genda n'omulala agezeeko?
That's divorce. That's different.
No, it's not different. That's what this lady is trying to avoid.
Bw'aba ayagala okugenda agende okumugoba is rude. Okumugoba is rude, but for you to tell me that I have reduced daily value.
Mu myaka 5
which value have I reduced?
Omukyalo naakuyambyeko okubako ne by'otuukako.
Nange muyambye okuba ne byatuukako.
Mukoze mwenna, muplaninze mwenna.
Otyo?
Otuuse ku myaka 6 myaka 5 nti ansikyasobola munnange. We can no longer go ahead and maybe get married. You have wasted her time.
Wasted?
Yes.
Wasted.
She has hoped you.
But then andi wasted. What do you call wasted? Mulia bwandia.
Kubaba TV.
Wasted?
Nze Adam Kungu.
Wasted.
Sa Simon Myanga Rutaya. Ganga muka ye program.
Wasted her time. Wasted. Now oba student, I waste your time. First year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, seventh year.
What happens to the property you've worked with her?
The law has set that clear.
No.
The Divorce Act, the Marriage Act has said
the
that.
The law doesn't know cohabiting. That's what this lady wants to. In fact, that's what Open is bringing in. Nti byemukoze mwenna, let this lady abibereko the rights.
Now that's different from relation. Okay, tulekera Open ndi abakazi tubamusindikire.
No, obadde n'omukyalo ono. Mwekutte muzimbye ennyumba zammwe, mwe musula, ez'abapangisa, mukoze investments ez'enjawulo. Mumaze emyaka 6-10. Ogambye munnange sikyakusobola twawukane. Kati twawukane omukyalo naye awukane naki? No, ayawukane naki? You've wasted her time. 10 years, where do you want her to start from?
What? In the first place, why did I get this?
No, but Sir Simon, you've been with this lady.
Yes,
she has helped you. Listen, a second. She has helped you. You've worked with her to do so many things.
Yes.
Property, amayumba, muguza amataka. Because you are not legally married, abataina claim.
Okay. Open's concern is that muweko kumataka. Is that the issue?
Those are the rights.
Is that the issue?
That's what she's trying to say.
That's very easy. I agree to kankuweko kutaka. But that's not, I never married you for taka.
No.
I married you for buwomi.
No.
If your buwomi reduces, you want me to stay there?
You married her for?
Buwomi bo.
Buwomi.
A pleasure. To enjoy you.
No. That's not why people get married.
That's the ultimate. Madam. That's the ultimate, my brother. That's the ultimate. So
you marry someone.
Yes.
With which intention?
Buwomi. That I found
thought you married
than anybody
to get children. You married
children
to get a companion,
a byproduct of
a friend.
Ezonvandirwa. Oyo dessert na appetizer of the rest. The ultimate is here. This central point.
What is the ultimate?
The sweetness of this central point. And if it reduces, the relationship ends. That's no negotiation. You know, ze munewonyesa mu byobufuzi temwagala mazima bwe tugabagamba nti simanyi.
So amazima mu bufungo central point.
What God knows, the duty I have is this one. The Bible tells me the Bible tells me titemummangananga. Which means that marriage yonna, God never talked about sharing property, sharing land, sharing anything. He says, temummangananga kubanga omukazi si yafuga omubiri gweye wabula omwami we. No mwami si yafuga omubiri. That's what the Bible says. The Bible says that my whole body belongs to that woman. And the woman's whole body belongs to me. This is my property. So I have a right to dispose at will.
Women are not property.
That's what the Bible makes them.
No.
That's what the Bible makes them.
Then I don't believe in the Bible.
But the Bible makes them our property.
So a woman is your property?
Yes. That's what the Bible says. Omuchala si yafuga omubiri gweye wabula omwami we. This is my property, this is my body. Omubiri gwe is mine.
Okay, so what's wrong with you?
So I use it up to when it is still able to drive. I can still able to muchi.
Because when a woman comes to your home, the ideal is she's coming to give you she's to be your companion. She's coming to show you love. She's coming to give you children. She's coming to do all that.
The children remain.
In the process, you develop together.
Yes.
After 5 years, after 10 years, you separate. Yo musubira kwata nguguye akunumbenga deka.
Okay, mugabire ku byetu akafuna.
Etteeka lino ono kyayagala.
Muzaddemu abaana ayagala baana. Mugabire ku baana. Because that's what we have actually together.
No. I think what he's trying to say.
Agende nabo.
You sit on the table. Nkukoye nawe onkoye. Twogere. Ku bye tukoze twawukanye tutya. How are we going to upbring the children? Co-parenting, how are we going to do it? How about the property we have made together? Mfuniramu wangu omukyala. Because normally what has been happening, Sir Simon, nti wembanga mbadde mukohabitinga ne mwawukana, what is expected is omukyala agenda kukunumba nga bwe yajja agende. Her time, her resources, her efforts and everything bisigaddaawo.
Kubanga bino bye yaleeta ewange byalowooza nti sebo magic bya kitiibwa nnyo nkugaggawaza ozimbye bino agenda abitwalire n'omulala mu developing bwebanga kyekikulu
emyaka gy'amaze fa ku bino byalina
anti byebikulu
no
byejja nabyo ewange
bwe yakeeranga n'akufumbira n'ojja ku Baba TV n'okola n'ofuna ssente ne mukola ebintu eby'enjawulo ye aba agenda kufuniramu
agenda akolere n'omulala.
Then her efforts have been put to a waste.
Adam gw'osoose kuganga muka kuno. Are you the first person to do this?
No, I'm not.
Abasooka bali tuddamu. They did never jireka.
They were paid.
Are we the last?
No, they were paid. I am also paid. So the money I'm earning, I'm using it for something else.
So you mean this woman who has been staying at my place in Gatalia? Tanywa?
But you've been working with her. No, you've been working with her to do so many investments with her. So is
the issue the investment?
That is what the law is targeting.
Is the issue about property?
That's what
sharing property.
That's what the law is targeting.
The way of sharing property has been sorted.
No, it has not been sorted. Because the law does not know someone you're cohabiting with. The law knows the person you're married to.
Okay.
That's why this lady is telling you, wademaze myezi mukaaga, etteeka libatunulire ng'abafumbo. So mugenda okwajuwinga mu kooti nti kino na kino na kino. Nga bakulabanga mufumbo,
so
not as Muyanga's friend.
Is to end up in court.
The ultimate
is court the consideration.
No, the ultimate here is let the law recognize omuntu ono gw'obadde emyezi mukaaga nga mukyalawo.
Mu myezi mukaaga aba akoze eki? What value aba akoze eki?
Mu myezi mukaaga? Katuwummulemu ziyotandikira. Baba TV, Adam Kongo, Sir Simon Myangalo Tato.
Game Popular n'emikutu mugangamuka ku Baba TV. Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.